Hey everyone, Tori here from homesteadpursuit.com. Today I'm making sauerkraut and I wanted to show you how quick and easy it is to make. So this is also a great way to get your probiotics, which is great for gut health, and it tastes really good too. So today I'm trying a new recipe. I'm combining two of my favorite fermented foods. It's going to be a dill pickle sauerkraut, and I found this recipe on Cultures for Health. So what you're going to need is 2 heads of green cabbage, a cucumber, garlic, fresh dill, and you're going to need sea salt. So I like to use pink Himalayan sea salt, but any coarse sea salt will do. And then I'm going to be putting this in a 1/2 gallon mason jar. And I use a kraut source, but you can use like an airlock or a crock. And finally, I'm going to use this to chop up the cabbage quickly, but I used to just use a knife, so that would work too. Okay, let's get started. I'm fast forwarding through this demonstration for the sake of time, but I am going to talk about each step as I go. So the whole process took about 15 minutes. And first I'm shredding up the cabbage, and I'm using the Kitchen Cutter by Kitchen Craft. But I used to use a knife. You're just going to want to make sure that you slice it up pretty thin. So next I'm going to be slicing up the cucumber, and again, if you're using a knife, just cut it into thin slices. Next you're going to add 3 tablespoons of salt, and then begin to massage the salt into the cabbage with your hands. You'll do this about 5 to 10 minutes. Just make sure that you've thoroughly washed your hands. So the salt actually pulls the water out of the cabbage, and this is going to become your brine. So next we're going to be adding in the garlic, dill, and cucumber. You're going to add 5 to 6 cloves of minced garlic, and then a 1/4 cup of fresh and roughly chopped dill. And then you're just going to mix that to combine, add your cucumbers, and then just combine it so that's evenly distributed. Before transferring everything into the jar, I pour a little bit of the brine in first so air bubbles don't get trapped in the bottom. Then you can start filling your jar with the vegetables, pushing them down as you go. Make sure that you're packing it in tight to avoid any air pockets and to keep out the oxygen. You can also use a utensil to push down the vegetables, or you can just use your hand. After I get the jar filled up, you're going to notice that there is some of the vegetables left over in the bowl, and usually 5 pounds or 2 medium heads of cabbage is perfect, but since I added that whole cucumber, it took up more space. Finally, you're going to secure your kraut source, airlock, or whatever else you're using to keep the air out. Okay guys, that's it. So pretty easy. And now all you have to do is let it sit on your countertop at room temperature. So we're going to do that for about 3 to 4 weeks. 4 weeks seems to be my sweet spot. Some people let it go a little bit longer, but 4 weeks seems to be perfect for me. So you can always taste it as you go. You just want to make sure that the vegetables stay below the brine. This is important because when they come above the brine, they're no longer in an anaerobic environment, so they can develop mold. So that's pretty much it. And when you're finished, then you just put the lid on it and stick it in the refrigerator, and it's as simple as that. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I will see you again soon. Thanks!